And so, what we believe is what matters, and our thoughts and our mindset is so connected to our bodies. And the more I felt frightened about my future, and I stopped believing in myself. I lost a lot of confidence and self-esteem and value. And, my mum said, you lost the spring in your stride, and I felt it. I really felt it. And I suffered for a little while there. And I did everything I could to distract myself from feeling that way, whether it was being really busy at work. I mean, I'm a really hard worker. I've always been very driven. And I think sometimes that's also been an escape for me to, run away from difficult emotions. And I was in my 20s, so I went out a lot, anything just to distract myself. So I wasn't really looking after myself either. And so 5 years later, my worst fears were realised, and the entire left-hand side of my body became paralysed at age 29. So my face dropped, my arm, hip, leg and foot just completely stopped working on the left-hand side of my body. And it took a slow, wasn't moving, I wasn't responding to treatment, and I knew that something had to change. Something about myself, my mindset, my thoughts, my attitude, something had to change. And when I was stressed, it really impacts our gut health, and we can have a lot of damage there from our emotions, our thoughts, eating too many processed foods, bad fats, sugar, but really, and our hormones change, but it's all about our thoughts and how stressed we are. And so when I learned these, what foods I needed to maximize, it was a lot of fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, and my stomach wasn't ready to absorb that yet because there was so much damage there from the medications I was on. So I had to learn. Dr. Terry Walls, her thing is 9 cups of green leafy vegetables. Sorry, it's 9 cups in total, but then there's 3 cups of green leafy vegetables, 3 cups of deeply coloured fruits and vegetables, and then 3 cups of sulphur-rich foods are the foods that she focuses on to maximise repair. And so some of these foods rich in colour, for example, are rich in lectins, and, there's the deeply coloured foods, what am I thinking of? Dark nightshades. So and sulfur. These are all foods that can also, some of us don't tolerate well until we've healed the lining of our gut. So I had to take it really slowly. I had to first introduce foods that weren't an allergy for me, and then I had to slowly build up the amount of nutrients and the amount of food that she wanted me to eat as well. So I just had to do it slowly and progressively. And the more I started eating good fats and quality fruits and vegetables, and berries was also part of the program, lots of hydration, I inevitably reduced the bad foods. So sugar we often eat when we're feeling down, it brings us up. And if you really want to reduce sugar in your diet, eating good fats is a great way of reducing those cravings. But I started to feel so good within my mind, and then I was fueling my body so that it could, all the cofactors that were required to fire growth and repair in my system, and I felt it, and I just had more energy, and I could think, and I started to study at that stage. So, that was really beneficial for my brain. And then my symptoms subsiding was just a game changer. Like, there were some symptoms that kept me bedridden, and it was enormous. So for me, because my symptoms were so physical, maybe I noticed the difference in when my gut started to heal and I started to absorb all of my nutrients better. I really noticed it in my mind and body profoundly.
Okay.
I feel so deeply fulfilled within myself, and thankfully I've celebrated 11 years of clear health and clear scans, and every year just keeps getting better and better. I rarely experience symptoms anymore. I think I'm energized by my love and passion for what I do, how I've healed myself, and how now I can share that with others. And so I'm really energized by that. And I've got a mantra up on my wall where it says, everything to give and nothing to prove. So I think that changes my stress levels.